wants to go swimming?
I do.
I'll race you.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for films that have been largely adopted by members of the LGBTQIA+ community. For this list, the movies don't need to be primarily about the queer experience. They could instead be campy and iconic enough to become queer cult. Number 10, The Devil Wears Prada.
And I need to see a new draft on that piece about shopping for a plastic surgeon. It's dull. And this layout for the Winter Wonderland spread.
On the surface, it may seem that the impeccable outfits are the main reason this film is so widely adored by the queer community. However, the connection goes far beyond the flawless fashion. Each character and their arc correlate to a specific queer experience, from an underdog protagonist attempting to dismantle toxic ideals, to a gay man who was forced to hide his love for style in his youth.
Let's say a young boy growing up in Rhode Island with 6 brothers, pretending to go to soccer practice when he was really going to sewing class and reading Runway under the covers at night with a flashlight.
Beyond that, the dialogue also holds a special place in the hearts of some members, especially Miranda's scathing yet shockingly accurate reads.
You have no style or sense of fashion.
Well, I think that depends on what you're...
No. That wasn't a question.
Those elements combined with these stunning designer looks create the formula for an iconic cult classic. Number 9, Grey Gardens.
Flaming desire, setting my being completely on fire.
This documentary is proof that the community can turn anybody into an icon. Grey Gardens follows the lives of 2 former socialites, Big Edie and Little Edie Beale, living in squalor. Between the sensationalized portrayal of their lives are moments of pure camp greatness, which have come to be revered by some who identify as queer.
I danced 8 hours last night practicing the marching song.
Right.
My God, my muscles, I can't do it, I'm telling you, what am I gonna do?
The younger Beale in particular has resonated with viewers with her over-the-top looks and even more outrageous personality. However, the 2 women are seen as anything but a joke. To many, their story is one of constant resilience in the face of ridicule from society at large. With that in mind, it isn't hard to see why their story resonates with those who've experienced similar strife.
He had a job as a gardener's assistant at this house, and they're going to sell the house, so they gave him the washing machine. But he's moving in.
Number 8, The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
But listen closely.
Not for very much longer.
I've got to keep control.
Thanks to continued support, this film went from a certified failure to a contemporary classic. When The Rocky Horror Picture Show first premiered, it was practically ignored by everyone but those who identified as LGBTQIA+. It's clear to see why they showed it so much love, and still do to this day. The movie is oozing with campy elements. From the dialogue, Frankenfurter's character haven't aged well. At the time, it was a genuinely groundbreaking portrayal of unapologetic androgyny and sexuality. Its impact goes far beyond its content. The inter-community relationships that have been formed and strengthened by it have ensured its legacy for decades to come.
And I realize I'm going home.
Number 7, Pink Flamingos.
Isn't it wonderful? Now you just sit tight and I'll fry you up some big grade A treat.
To many, art is at its best when it's unapologetically subversive. That may be why John Waters' Pink Flamingos is still so widely adored. The very basis of the film is a scathing critique of heteronormative society and homophobia, which makes some of Divine's outrageous antics seem tame in comparison.
How could anyone seriously believe that? How could anyone be filthier than Divine? I'm afraid our little vacation must come to an end. This must be nipped in the bud. It's already out of hand.
It's a perfect intersection between insanely offensive jokes and progressivism, which caused it to have an immediate impact amongst viewers. It encouraged them to live their lives without shame, even if society deemed it unacceptable. Beyond that, it also served as the ultimate proof that queer art didn't need to be inspiring or sanitized in order to make a positive impact on the community at large.
Yes, Divine, do you think that there are other filthy people in the world? I mean, is it now a cult?
It is a very minor cult right now, Mr. Vader, but one that is growing and growing.
Number 6, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
When did our business manager tell you all this?
Early last week, I think.
He didn't call here last week, I know that too.
It should come as no surprise that a film starring icons like Bette Davis and Joan Crawford became a mainstay amongst the community. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane shows the two powerhouse actresses at their very best, playing two sisters embroiled in a long-standing feud.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Then you could tell him a whole lot of lies about me, scare him off, or maybe have him for yourself.
Their talent is the perfect juxtaposition to the campy nature of the plot. It created an intriguing combination that has helped the movie remain beloved decades after its initial release. Beyond the actresses themselves, the characters they portray exude a sense of glamour and drama that resonates with countless fans. Over 60 years later, the picture is still a cultural touchstone and has been lovingly referenced by everyone from Ryan Murphy to RuPaul.
I'm gonna do this one Acapulco. Cape Town ladies, sing this song. Doo-da, doo-da.
Number 5. Death Becomes Her.
I don't believe it.
Well, how are
It's been so long.
I know.
Don't you dare say how long.
When paired together in the right way, camp and glamour can make the perfect creative combination. That is definitely the case with Death Becomes Her, which tells the story of two complex women going to extreme lengths to obtain eternal youth.
You took the potion too. Well, I hardly needed it. So that's why you look the way you do. Then you are dead.
The synopsis alone is enough to resonate with members of the queer community who experience similar feelings in their own lives, particularly gay men and trans women. The inclusion of talented divas like Meryl Streep, Goldie Hawn, and Isabella Rossellini is the cherry on top that makes it a permanent fixture within the culture.
10 years of perfect, unchanged beauty. But at the end of that time, before people become suspicious, you have to disappear from public view forever.
Since its release, it has remained prominent in the drag scene in particular, with queens citing it as an inspiration and paying homage to the characters in their own shows. Number 4. Barbarella.
Coloration, look thin line, Barbarella, rise and shine.
As evidenced by some of the other entries on this list, if a movie has an iconic female lead, then there's a good chance it's been reclaimed as a queer cinema hidden gem. This applies to Barbarella, which has remained a classic amongst the community despite a lack of enthusiasm from critics. The Jane Fonda-led flick is the very definition of kitsch, being centered around an outer space heroine who saves the world while constantly running into strife.
I'm here on the orders of the President of the Republic of Earth. I'm here to find Duran Duran.
I'm not talking about him. I'm speaking of the angel.
Pygar?
Yes, Pygar.
The unfettered campiness of the film was enough to hook non-heterosexual audiences. However, the support for it was cemented with the inclusion of Alfie, a queer-coded, disembodied voice whose implied sexuality was incredibly radical at the time.
What are our chances?
Our present possibilities of non-destruction are 0.00002 to 10,000.
Number 3. The Wizard of Oz.
Why don't you come along with us? We're on our way to see the wizard now, to get him a heart.
And him a brain.
I'm sure he could give you some courage.
It may have been beloved by all since the moment it premiered, but its connection to the queer community is unparalleled. In the decades that followed its release, gay men would use it as a litmus test to identify one another. The story itself resonated with queer viewers, many of whom found similarities between Dorothy's adventure and their own experiences in leaving home and finding their chosen families.
Oh, dear. That's too wonderful to be true. Oh, it's going to be so hard to say goodbye. I love you all, too.
Beyond the symbolism, its visual effects and music have helped it remain a staple nearly a century after its release. Over the Rainbow in particular is revered as an anthem for the community and is even considered by some to be inspiration behind the original rainbow flag. Xanadu. That didn't prevent it from being accepted by the community with open arms. The roller skating disco-infused flick is a masterclass in intentional kitsch, which made it a prime candidate to become a queer underground classic. Xanadu follows an illustrator who accidentally brings his art to life, leading to love and misadventure. Campy elements aside, several other aspects also helped it to be embraced. Its star-studded cast, vibrant visuals, and infectiously catchy soundtrack have remained beloved for generations. The director anticipated that it would see a resurgence in popularity, especially after its initial reception. Yet it somehow managed to find a fanbase that still celebrates it with various adaptations and sing-along events.
Now that I'm here, now that you're near,
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. The queer road trip film has remained a staple since the mid-1990s. Showgirls. Midnight movie screenings held by the community helped change its negative perception.
Yeah, try it now. Go! 5, 6, 7, hit it! Go! Come on! Kick it! Work it!
All About Eve. Bette Davis's performance is the driving force behind its continued cult status.
She made her first stage appearance at the age of 4 in Midsummer Night's Dream. She played a fairy and entered, quite unexpectedly, stark naked.
If you love games, be sure to check out WatchMojo's new game, Terrible Influence. Just launched for purchase at terribleinfluence.com. Terrible Influence is a satirical board game about the dark side of fame from the writer of The Most Popular Girls in School and us, WatchMojo.
Boom. Burn. I can make an apology video.
Oh, you so would.
Click on the link in the description to check out the game and be the first to play Terrible Influence.
Number 1. Mommy Dearest.
You know what's missing in my life?
A hit movie. Come on, you've got everything you want.
No, I don't. I want a baby.
If there's one thing the community will do, it's embrace a negatively received film and turn it into a classic. Mommy Dearest is the ultimate example. The movie, which follows the unfortunate childhood of Joan Crawford's adopted daughter, was panned for its melodrama and overacting. Both of these elements were embraced by queer audiences.
You, all of you here and everywhere, gave me this award tonight. And I accept it from you and only you.
Faye Dunaway's over-the-top performance was celebrated rather than denigrated, and was the catalyst to its current cult status. Fans would bring wire hangers to showings, and drag queens began doing their best impressions of Crawford's fictionalized persona in their shows. Its legacy has been carried on by shows like RuPaul's Drag Race, which has ensured that it will be known and loved by multiple generations.
Wire hangers, Joan? No wire hangers ever! Why?
Which film do you consider to be an LGBTQIA+ cult classic? Let us know in the comments.